Have you ever bought a stock just because everyone was talking about it, only to watch it crash right after? Oh, it hurts, doesn't it? Well, I too have been there and done that. Yet, what if I told you there is a way to cut through the noise? That too with just handful of simple numbers, which are generally hidden in plain sight. With this, you will be able to pick the right stocks confidently and avoid the heartbreak of bad investments. In today's video, I will walk you through the key financial ratios like price to earnings, return on equity, debt to equity, and more. We will break them down with fun, relatable examples. And to top it off, we will analyze the real company's life. So, let's turn the stock picking into something you can master easily. Alright, let's get into the heart of stock analysis. Think of financial ratios as tools to read the company's story. Imagine you are a detective solving a mystery of whether a company is worth investing in or not. Let me guide you through the clues. The first clue, valuation ratios. It tells you, is the stock a good deal? Now picture this, you went to buy a car. You see two identical models. One costs 10 lakh and the other 15 lakh. Naturally, you would want to know why there is a price difference. That's exactly what evaluation ratios like price to earnings and price to book do for stocks. They help you figure out if a stock is fairly priced or not. First, price to earnings ratio. Let's say company A has a P by E of 15 and company B has a P by E of 30. What does that mean? It means investors are paying 15 rupees for every one of company's earnings, but 30 rupees for company B's. A lower P by E might mean the stock is undervalued, or it could mean something is wrong. Always dig deeper and do your research well. Second ratio is price to book ratio. Think of P by B as the resale value of that car. If the car parts like its book value are worth 5 lakh but you are paying 10 lakh, the P by E is 2. For stocks, a P by E under 1 could mean the stock is undervalued, but only if the company assets are solid. The next clue is profitability ratios. It tells you, is the company making money? Now imagine you own a small cafe. Every day you make 10,000 in sales, but after rent, salaries and supplies, only 2,000 is left. That's your net profit margin. How much you keep after expenses. Let's understand it with example. If a company has a 20% margin, it means for every 1 rupee in sales, 0.20 rupees is profit. Higher margins often mean the company is efficient and has a pricing power. Who wouldn't want that in their portfolio? Right? Return on equity. Here is the another cafe example. Let's say you started your business with 5 lakh of your own money. At the end of the year, you made 1 lakh in profit. That's 20% ROE. Your return on the money you invested. Look for companies with consistent ROE above 15%. Next comes return on capital employed, that is ROCE. Now imagine you also took a 5 lakh loan to expand your cafe. ROCE tells you how well you are using both your money and borrowed funds to make a profit. For asset-heavy businesses like manufacturing, this ratio is a gold. Clue number 3, debt ratios. It will tell how risky is the company. So let's switch gears and imagine your cafe took a huge loan and now half of your profits go towards paying interest. That's where debt ratios came. They help you see if a company is drowning in debt or what. First is debt to equity ratio. If a company's debt to equity is 2, it means it has 2 rupee of debt for every 1 rupee of equity. While some debt is fine, especially in industries like real estate, a higher ratio can spell the trouble. So, be aware. Next is interest coverage ratio. Think of this as company's ability to pay its EMIs. An interest coverage ratio of 5 means the company earns 5 rupees for every 1 rupee of interest it owes. A ratio below 2, you should think again. Finally, let's talk about growth. Growth ratios tells you, is the company expanding? Now imagine your cafe started with 10,000 in daily sales and now you are making 20,000. That's growth. Investors love companies that show a steady progress. Revenue growth rate. If a company's sales grew by 15% rate last year, it means their products or services are in demand. Look for consistent growth. It's like the heartbeat of a healthy company. And I know you also want to invest in growing company. Then comes earnings per share, that is EPS. So EPS is like dividing your cafe's profits by the number of partners you have. If a profits grow but the EPS doesn't, it might mean the company is issuing the more shares and diluting the ownership. Watch out for that. Let's see these ratios in action by comparing two well-known IT giants. You want to guess? Well, let me tell you. We will consider Infosys and Wipro. This is where we put theory into practice. So I'm gonna tell you step-by-step live demo on Screener.in. So head to Screener.in. After going to Screener.in, log into your account. And if you don't have one, create, because it's free. So after going to Screener.in, there is an option add companies to watch list. So you can add companies here, or otherwise you can go to watch list and there you can add the companies. So now I'm adding the name as Infosys. Then we have to also do for Wipro. So I'm adding Wipro too. As we have already added Infosys and Wipro to the watch list, so let's check out the ratios one by one. If you want to edit columns, you can go to Edit Columns tab and change the columns as per your needs. So first, we will do valuation ratios. That is, out of which we will check price to earnings ratio. So Wipro's price to earning ratio is 26.26, whereas for Infosys is 29.87. Infosys has a slightly higher P by E ratio, suggesting that investors have higher growth expectations for Infosys compared to Wipro. Now, profitability ratios. We will see net profit margin, ROE and ROCE. So net profit margin for Infosys is 16.95, whereas for Wipro it's 12.21%. ROE for Infosys is 31.83 and for Wipro it's 14.31. ROCE for Infosys is 39.12 and for Wipro it's 18.57. Infosys clearly outperforms Wipro in profitability and capital efficiency, which means it's generating better returns for its shareholders like you. Next is debt ratio. So debt to equity ratio for Infosys is 0.10 and for Wipro it's 0.24. Infosys' debt to equity ratio is slightly lesser than Wipro, but still the Wipro's debt level is still very manageable. Then comes the growth level ratios, that is EPS. So EPS for Wipro is 11.23 rupees and Infosys 64.92. Infosys has slightly or significantly higher EPS, indicating stronger profitability per share. This makes it a more attractive investment. So from this comparison, what are the results? Infosys clearly outperforms Wipro in profitability and debt management. It's like Infosys is running on a better financial engine. What if you want to find all companies that meet specific criteria, like P by E ratio under 20, ROE above 20% and more? So let me show you. Here's how you can do it with Screener.in. Let's go. As we are already on the Screener.in, I will show you what to do next. So go to Screens tab on the menu bar. Then from there you have to create a new screen. So here we have to write one query to put the customized options and then we will get the final results. So let me tell you one by one. Let's create a search query by writing or adding the following conditions. You can check that out on the screen and as well as I have added in the description. So start writing price to earnings. When you start writing, it will come, like the options will come, so you can select from that. It is very quick and easy. So we have written price to earning less than 20, then writing and will we can combine the multiple conditions using the AND operator so that all the criteria are met. So write price to earnings less than 20 and return on equity greater than 20 and debt to equity less than 1 and NPM last year of greater than 50. So now just run this, hit the run query button, and wow, you got a list of companies which satisfy all of these conditions. Similarly, you can set up the different conditions as per your needs, and you will get the results, or you will get the list of companies you can check out, and then you can invest in the right one. From here, you can dive deeper into the financials of each company to make a well-informed decision. By the way, if all of this sounds overwhelming, I have got a great news for you. AlphaShots.ai, which makes analyzing stocks a breeze. With AI-driven insights, you can compare companies and explore financial ratios and get the personalized stock recommendations, all in just few clicks. Head over to alphashots.ai and take your stock research to the next level. You can check the link in the description. Now, investing isn't just about money, it's about building a future. And today, you have taken a big step towards understanding the tools that make that possible. If you found this helpful, smash that like button and subscribe to Trade with AI and share this with a friend who just starting their investment journey. Remember, investing in knowledge is the first step towards wealth. Let's grow together.